no question. And when your body starts to say you're ready, start to say yeah. Oh yeah. Cause you know that I'll give it to you real deep and strong. Give it to you real deep. And you know that I love it when you take control. Love it when you take control. Yeah. Never have to ask me no more questions. We've been going so long. For a plan for a minute, girl. You say you get tired, girl. I think you can go some more. Cause man, I'll be drilling it while you feeling it. Come ride the rodeo. Don't stop, baby. Then pop, baby. Your body's talking, baby. Cause you know that it ain't no question. I'ma take away your stressing. I'm tryna hit all of your spots till you go trip and go drive. But they don't know my name. You never have to ask me no question. You never have to ask me no question. And when your body starts to say you're ready, start to say yeah. Oh yeah. Cause you know that I'll give it to you real deep and strong. Give it to you real deep. And you know that I love it when you take control. Love it when you take control. Yeah. Never have to ask me no more questions.
Views expressed on shows are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of the station, its management, or other advertisers. Use of these shows and all services provided therein are for personal use only. The Elevations Radio Network holds no responsibility for the validity or accuracy of information on these shows.
Hey fam, welcome to the Let's Be Real show here on Elevations Radio. I am elevationsradio.com, that is. I am your host, Greg Bam Reeves, along with the beautiful Bonita Rockman.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm excited.
Good.
I'm excited about today. I want to thank you all. Last week, I had the biggest number of views ever. And I'm very proud of it. Thank you, thank you. Even though I was without my two favorite girls, my co-host wasn't here, my producer wasn't here, but we muddled through, and thank you all for your support. There's a couple things I want to get into before we get the show started. I'm not sure where to start because a lot of it makes me angry, and I'm in such a good mood. But
okay.
I'm going to start with, well, I don't know if I said this last week, but big ups to Taraji P. Henson, who's about to be in a movie about Emmett Till. She's playing his mother. It's going to be directed by John Singleton.
Yes.
Excited about that.
I'm excited about seeing that. Very excited.
Even though it's a tough story.
Story needs to be told.
Yeah, because it really pushed forward the civil rights movement. So, yeah, that's what needs to be told. And the fact that his mother made sure they kept his casket open so the world could see what they did to her son. Mm-hmm. That really, really push the civil rights movement forward. So
I'm excited about that.
yeah. Now
I want to step in.
Oh, go ahead.
Let's start. I want to talk about the
Jade Martin. I don't know if you've seen this video, but I had to bring it up when I saw it because it sickened me. Young lady in Pittsburgh at Milano's Pizza. Now, you don't see what happens beforehand when the video starts, but you hear her say, push me again, push me again. Mm-hmm. Not only did this manager push her again, he pushed her, slammed her on the floor, and started slamming her head on the floor repeatedly, over and over and over again.
Now, I have to say, I just watched the video. Now, I will say what bothered me is who was taping it while they were watching it that long.
Yeah.
That, to me, is, I have to say, that's the first thing I'm thinking. Whoever is taping this, why are you watching this long?
Yeah.
To me, it took someone too long to step in.
And it happens all the time. Right. A lot of the things we see, violence we see, is because somebody would rather tape it than
step in. And in that case, somebody should have stepped in.
Yeah. I mean, they did eventually. I mean, the workers there.
Right, but the person who was videoing it.
I think
they took too long.
Too bad of a beating.
Right.
But big ups to all those restaurants when the protests started, because they did protest. They protested. The man did get arrested. And places like Subway and Panera Bread, other places, donated food and other items to the protesters to make sure they were fed and stayed warm. That part was a beautiful thing.
Yes, I agree.
I do hate the fact that it takes some type of violence or tragedy for people to come together, but hey, they did. So I can't be mad at that. Okay, so if you haven't seen it, I don't know if you want to see that, but if you haven't seen the Jade Martin video, check it out. And it's sad.
I'll
leave that at that.
It's sad.
Now, another thing. I said that I was not wasting airtime talking about this dude that is occupying the White House. But after his S-hole comment last week about the people of Haiti, and the people of Africa, I'm just, this is the president, supposedly. This is, you know what, let me go a different route with that. Let me say this. I'm not surprised by what he said, because anybody that doesn't know he's a racist, you've been living on a rock. The man has shown it ever since he's been a celebrity. The problem I have is the Republicans that back him and make excuses for what he says and does. Or
either they make or say he didn't say it, because they're still saying, was it even actually said?
Right. It's almost like, it's some things that he said, like, it's almost like watching the Rodney King video and say you didn't see a cop hit him. It's on videotape. Now, that comment isn't on tape, but you have people in the room that said, yes, that is what he said.
Right.
And they tried to change it, like he didn't say hoe, he said house. Like, that makes a difference.
I guess, like you're saying, right now with him, there's nothing that surprises me. It's like you said, it's just who chooses to back him with his action. It's nothing that surprises me.
These are elected officials, and
they support him.
They aren't representing the people by letting him get away with that,
right.
Or maybe they are. Maybe they are representing the people that they,
right?
You know, the districts they're from or whatever, which is also sad. But I'm looking at this. I got a love-hate relationship with CNN. I get addicted to politics. I do. But it's bothering me now because all the news every day is about him. And the only time they deviate from that is when there's a tragedy. Fires in California, mudslides, or hurricanes. Other than that, it's him. His ratings have never been higher. And that's what he is, a ratings whore.
And I'm about to say, why do you think that is, though?
Why is he like that?
No, why do you think we see so much of him? Why do you think we see so much of the ignorance?
Because it does bring in ratings.
And that's what I say, it's just ratings.
Yeah, there's nothing really else to talk about that will grab the interest of people like he does.
Because like you said, there's people and nothing against you, but they're watching it.
Yeah.
I can't sit and watch it.
Yeah. Like I said, I have a love-hate relationship. Like, I'll watch CNN for a week. then I have to literally tear myself away.
Okay.
For a week and watch something else.
Okay.
But and I'm really a political person anyway, so I like to know what the people I elected are doing.
Right.
Like, why are y'all letting this dude get away with that? But it's so sad because the Republicans and Democrats, it's almost like it's black versus white. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Which is it's really not. Right. But it's like they hate each other. Like we're in two different countries. Like we're not part of the same United States of America.
It is.
They are stopping policies just because the other side want it. It's silly. It's childish.
No, I agree.
And we're the ones that suffer for it, which angers me. But okay, lastly, I gotta bring this up because it's like the hot thing right now. These sex dolls. I had a young man literally run up to me. Have you seen this? Yeah, I've seen it. But you're really that excited? Like, that's where your income tax check is going?
You know what? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Are they? And that's the thing. They haven't been. I'm just starting to see it on social media today, and that's why I really want to ask guys. What do y'all think about these dolls?
Don't ask me, because I think it's the sickest, dumbest thing in the world.
But
now, granted, our producer came up with a good point. A guy made the argument that women have been buying sex toys for years, with nobody saying anything. But y'all even have sex toy parties, which are very popular. But I have
to say this, a toy and an actual full body.
Right.
Two different things.
Yeah.
An enhancement versus replacing, this is a person.
Do you remember back in the day, I'm talking about way back in the day, they were called blow-up dolls.
Yeah,
they were like a balloon.
A blow-up doll.
Now,
they're darn near, these are like...
Lifelike.
Yeah. They're not even, they're sex dolls. They're not blow-up dolls anymore.
And then the robotic one, it even has a memory, so when you talk to her, she remembers and can respond, and you're actually developing a relationship with a robot.
That's sick.
That really is.
That's sick.
I'm gonna say that this is Greg Bamreed. It has nothing to do with Elevations Radio or anything. If you are interested in a robot or any other type of sex doll, you're a loser.
No, that's
you're a straight up loser. There are women. There's so many women out here who would love to have you. You have more pride in yourself. Get some confidence about yourself.
That's sick.
Okay, I'm done with that. So anyway, as you all know, the month of January has been my focus on finances because I don't want you all blowing your income tax checks on sex dolls. So I've been having shows to try to help you get through the tax season, and also entrepreneurial ideas and things like that. And my guest today specializes in credit repair and insurance, among other things. I'll let her tell you the rest. But I'd like to welcome Lake Gibson. Lake, are you there?
Hello.
Hi there.
I'm here. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
Hey, I'm excellent. Doing outstanding here.
So you're out there in Cali right now, huh?
That's correct.
I'm so jealous. You know, it's like 10, 15 degrees here. I don't want to know what it is out there, but anyway, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you.
And so tell my audience a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you so much, Greg and Miss Bonita, for having me on this show right now.
Thank you.
I am definitely out here in California. I don't want to rub it off. I know you guys may have some snow over there, but what I do is I specialize in helping people in their everyday lives with first credit repair, fixing up their credit, and helping them to possibly being a real estate investor and agent, helping them purchase homes, and then we transition into insurance and investment. So it's kind of something that is, it's a little journey, but we got to start somewhere, and we start with credit repair.
Seems like a good place to start to me. And you caught my eye on Facebook because one time you posted something about if you're trying to buy a car. Then you posted something about credit repair. Then you posted something about buying a house. I said, I got to get this woman on the show because this is along the lines of what I want to do for the month of January to get people more, financially literate, financially aware and whatnot. So how does a person go about getting into contact with you?
Yeah. So what I like to do is I send everyone directly to my my email. I'm a very easy to get in contact with because I just help people. I say one pen at a time, one conversation at a time. lakebydesign@gmail.com, 937 area code 242-5292. The reason why it's Lake by Design is because I believe that life is a purpose, and we have to, design it that way. And I think everything is a purpose. So I want to assist in any way that I can and give all the information that I have, to people. So this is how you would contact me.
That's great. That's great. So, okay, I'm walking in your office and I have limited funds. I got a regular old job. Don't have a lot saved up. What's the first thing you're going to tell me?
Well, I'm going to first, I think the biggest thing, when it comes to, whether it's property, whether it's that you work and you just don't have enough money, I think first we have to put our priorities in order. I want to know. It ain't about you telling me what you can't afford. I want to tell you what I see. I'm going to do a financial analysis first to see what it is you can afford, because sometimes we don't think we have it. But a lot of times we out eating, we are spending money, we're doing all this craziness, buying purses, shoes, and food and all that stuff. So I want to do a financial analysis first, and then we will figure out what I can do to help you save first.
Does anybody ever come to your office and you just like, I'm sorry, you're broke. There's nothing we can do.
And honestly, that was going to be my question, because that's what people usually say. I can't even afford to save. And does that make sense? And that's piggybacking off of what Greg said. It's like, can you be in a position where you can't afford to save money?
You know what, Benita? That's a great question, because I truly believe that we all can save money. If you make something, then you save something. I don't care if it's a quarter. Even when our mothers, way back in the day, there were piggy banks. If you got pennies, save what you have, because at the end of the year, you can go back, and then whether it's $1,000, if it was a penny or a nickel or a dime, it's all money, and you can put it into something, at the end of the year. So definitely.
And that's what I was always taught, to pay yourself first.
My mother always said that. She's like, put some away first, even if it's $5 out of every paycheck.
Right, that's all.
Put some away, and she was definitely a living example of that. Yeah. So now, when I first asked you this, and you mentioned credit repair first, then like real estate, is that really the order you go in, or you just basically just talking about everything that you do?
Yeah, I think, I know that credit repair is always first, because what I would love to see is, when I deal with buyers or, people that want to be in homes who've been renting forever, or, people that want to put away some money to get an investment product or a retirement product or an insurance product. First of all, even when it comes to, we can go through a religious thing, but I won't go there. But sometimes we have to find a way to say, this is what I'm going to put up, no matter what. But I think it's a mentality thing. It's something that we have to get embedded into our minds to get, to do. And it's not easy for a lot of people, because we're so used and we're accustomed to what we've been doing for years. So I don't believe that people that work that can't save anything, because that money's going to go to somewhere. Where are you going to do that?
True. That is true. That is true.
Yeah, I think it comes down to sacrifice. There's some things you got to sacrifice. Maybe you don't want to, because you feel like you work so hard. I deserve this.
Right.
But it gets greater later, right?
No, it's true. No, it's true.
Yeah.
It's a sacrifice.
So can you tell us a little bit about the importance? I hear this all the time. The importance of life insurance. Because many of us in our community, we don't have life insurance. And then when we pass, we got all these people trying to get GoFundMe accounts and this, that, and the other, just to have a proper burial. So can you tell us a little bit about life insurance?
Definitely. first of all, can we put an end to the bake sales, the car washes?
Right.
You know what? But I think, again, everything goes back to the way we were raised. It goes back to priority. It goes back to integrity, legacy building. We have to get back into the mindset of this is the way it should be done. Let's break the generational curse. Let's say, hey, I'm done. I'm not going to live that way. Somebody's got to step up in that family and say, hey, I'm gonna get this coverage. I'm gonna, prepare in an event something were to happen. And when we do it, then our children to come are going to do it. And then they're going to just trickle on down. But I think it's just something that has never been taught, especially to minorities. That it's not important, but it's very important, and there's many types of insurances for people to have, and we just have that lack of financial knowledge, financial education in our communities, and this is why I'm so passionate about, what I do. Never ever thought that I would be in, this field that I'm in. I've been in the beauty industry for over 20 years, and obviously God had a different shift, and I just love helping people, and I want us to get more educated. So This is why I'm here.
Well, I think what you do is extremely important. I hate to keep using this phrase, but a lot of people in our community just don't know. They were never taught. I can admit, I wasn't taught. I mean, my mother used to tell me, I was hard-headed. Listen, because you think you're going to live forever. I didn't see myself being 54. Now here I am. Now here I am, and I gotta, get caught up because I'm behind. And I need some life insurance.
And I can't even use that excuse. I can't, because I literally was always taught about saving, and I asked the question even though I knew the answer to it, but that is a question. I mean, as far as most people say I can't afford to save, which really that's not true, because we throw away so much money. We throw away money. But I've always been taught to value and respect money. I've always been taught that. Not saying I've done a good job at it always, but I have always been taught that. So,
okay, what would be your best advice for people anticipating their income tax checks in the next couple of weeks? Because, one thing I know is,
take your income tax check and take a small little portion, and put it away.
There you go.
To fix your credit, guys. Fix your credit.
Because I know a lot of people overspend on Christmas because they know they're going to get it back another month and a half after Christmas. And then, I'm silly because I always call February and March 30-day tag month.
Oh, that's the truth.
Because people buy vehicles and they're breaking down in June, and they're going to start the process all over again next year. It's like you see so many 30-day tags in February and June from income tax checks.
That's true.
And you see a couple of plasma TV boxes on the lawn. But that's so we can, though, but I guess by first fixing our credit, we can enjoy those perks in life too, but still be smart with our finances, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you want to give you gave it already, but wait a minute, I forgot. Phone lines are open at 440-252-0518. That's 440-252-0518. Call in and join the conversation. And if you want to give your contact information again, Ms. Gibson.
Yes. One thing I do want to share, and I want to put out there, Greg and Benita, I thank you guys once again for this opportunity. But
thank you.
The information, it needs to be shared. And I just want to say, for some people, like I've talked to a lot of people, and sometimes like what I hear, they say, I'm going to file bankruptcy. It's like, well, why are you filing bankruptcy? Well, I have over $8,000 to $10,000 worth of debt. That's not really considered, in debt. So, like for us, like we want to know and let people know that we leverage the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and which was passed by the Congress. We protect the credit bureaus from intruding into people's personal lives.
Okay.
I mean, and based on that, we can dispute any negative duplicate or any type of item on the credit report, like even if it's bankruptcy, tax liens, repossessions, foreclosures, student loans. People are suffering from student loans.
Right.
The one thing that I do want people to know, they tell us to go to college, right?
Yep.
Graduate from college, get a degree, put our feet in the white sand, and when we come out, we can't find a job, and we're stuck with what?
Yeah, big debt.
Debt.
Yeah. And for a lot of us, I think that might be the biggest debt. Well, at least for me, I can't speak for everybody. That's my biggest debt problem.
Fortunately, I do not have any student loans to pay. But, that's one thing my father taught me as well is that, first of all, when you invest in school, invest in, a degree that you can find a job. Most people, they go to school and then you invest, you have a degrry where they're not even hiring in that field. Mm-hmm.
Well,
I was taught that.
I got chastised for getting a business degree. That's what I was saying. She said, "What kind of degree do you have? And please don't tell me business
or communication."
I said, "Okay, I won't tell you." But I tell people all the time, I didn't get this degree to get a job. I got this degree to learn how to run my own business.
There you go.
I'm not trying to work for anybody anymore. I'm really not at this stage in my life. But I mean, I know I have to right now because I need your services to build my credit and give me some life insurance.
I got you.
Now, life insurance is part of your, what's the word I'm looking for? Not portfolio, but like your net worth?
This is my business. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
but this is one.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off, Greg, but this is one thing that I love to share, too, is when I got involved in finances, like I said, I had been in the beauty industry for over 20 years, so once I got involved, I was in awe about, the full spectrum of insurances and how, the 10% of the wealthy people know where to put their money, whether it's mutual funds, real estate, insurance.
Right.
Because of the tax code 7702, you can never be taxed, touched, hit for child support, anything. The government. Think of the O.J. Simpson case in this
right.
show. Yeah. They took everything, his trophies and everything, but couldn't touch the pension because of his money was protected. So we want to show the other 90% what to do with their money instead of putting it in a checking account where we're not even getting 1%.
Right. So do you deal with investments too?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. You are just a one-stop shop for... I mean, really. No, because I'm telling you, when I saw your different posts on Facebook, I'm like, golly, she does everything. So that's why every time you share something, I share it on my page too. Because I really, really, honestly would like to help my community get financially right. My dream right now is to open my own credit union.
Okay.
I've connected with One United Bank, and I want my own credit union so we can give loans out to people that need it, deserve it, and whatnot. So, yeah.
That's cool.
That is awesome. Definitely. I'm sure you'll be able to fulfill that dream. For sure.
I've been Googling. I Google everything. I don't know how I survived before Google. I guess I went to the library. Yeah, I just don't remember. It's been so long ago. I Google everything. But I have gotten some information about a credit union from Google. But I understand I have a caller on there. Caller, are you there? Caller, are you there? Caller. Okay. 440-252-0518. That's 440-252-0518. Are they still there? I'm saying they might be changing a diaper or something. I try to give them a chance. But anyway, I'm sorry, Lake.
That's okay.
Back to Lake. And that's your real name, isn't it?
Yes.
Wow.
Well,
that's interesting.
Lake is my spiritual name. I am. Yeah, definitely. It's a story behind Lake. Lake is, you can look into, it's a long story. We have to come back for
Okay. All right. Yeah. We'll do. Because I look Lake Gibson. That's different.
That's interesting. I like it.
Yeah, I do too. I just thought the last name would
Thank
be
you.
something more exotic, like, I don't know, Lake Minnetonka or something. I don't know.
Not Gibson appliances, huh?
Yeah. So please give your contact information out for me one more time.
Sure. Please contact me if anybody needs any help when it comes to credit repair, it comes to insurances, investments, lakesbydesign@gmail.com. And my number is 937-242-5292.
All right.
That's 937-242-5292.
And although you're in California right now, you're based in Dayton?
Yes, we are based in Dayton. We're currently working in 7 other states, looking to branch out internationally here really soon. But we're in Atlanta, we're in California, we're in Kansas City, Washington, D.C., as long as a few other states right now. So we're able to help people really from all over the world.
So I'm in Cleveland. Can I get help without having to drive to Dayton? You know, because my van might not make it all the way to Dayton. Unless I get my credit up, then I can get it fixed. You know what I mean? And caller, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, who am I talking to?
I'm in the Mosby out of Dayton, Ohio.
Okay. How are you?
Excuse me?
I said, how are you?
All doing fine. My question relates to what would you recommend, and what kind of investment product would you recommend? Someone who's they're probably in their 60s, they're collecting early pension money before they actually get Social Security. You know, where should they put that kind of money? You know, let's say it's like $500 a month or something. Where would they put that extra pension money that they're getting a month? Or let's say $1,000 a month.
Okay. Lake?
Okay. Yeah, thank you. How are you, Ms. Mosley?
I'm fine.
Well, that's great. Well, one thing that I do know, you know, as being in the industry and finances for so long, is the fear. Normally, the fear is this pension money. Is it coming from a 401k plan, or is it non-qualified money, meaning that it is in a bank account that you have earned yourself?
Pension coming out of an annuity from a previous job.
From a previous job, okay. Well, the first thing that I would do, being that we represent, I'm with PHP Agency. I'm a director with my financial firm, which we're in downtown Dayton. What I would first recommend is first taking a look at any type of penalty or surrender charges that you may have. Usually, when you're dealing with a pension account, an IRA, 401k, you're going to be taxed if you're not 59 and a half. In this case, it sounds like you have retired in this account. You're looking to put it into a vehicle where it's going to grow and be safe. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, because you figure you take it and you don't put it in the bank account, or you get this money and you'll figure out where do you want to put it instead of just spending it.
Sure. So one thing that I would never recommend is putting it into a bank account, and that's because, like I said before, like you're not even getting that 1%. It's 0.3% usually with the banks. And what I like to really share is our fixed index annuity, which I would see what we could do to gain anywhere from 3 to 14% participation rate in the market, even if the market were to crash. The cool thing about what we offer is safety and higher rate of return, which is something that you cannot lose even if the market were to crash. So we would first do a financial analysis, see if there are surrender charges, if there are, penalties first, if you're going to lose. We never want you to lose. If we can't help you, the first thing we're going to say is we can't. But I'm pretty sure we can. So we would take a look at it and see where that lies first before we would make any suggestions. But we would be able to roll it over into a fixed index annuity product for sure, with probable fidelity and guarantee. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because on the Facebook you see a lot of this stuff about Bitcoin and IRA Bitcoin. I don't know if y'all. Yeah, so people can get confused in regards to the kind of information that's being flooded right now. So people think, well, maybe I need to put some money into Bitcoin. They really don't know what that is.
Yeah, then I heard today it dropped like 50%.
Oh, it's dropped bad because I am part of it. It's dropped a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, we're at the resort and casino right now, and we have our limitations. It's like, hey, I'm not taking more than $50.
Right, exactly.
It depends on what you got to play with. So, Bitcoin.
Well, thank you for your response.
Thank you so much for the call.
Thank you so much.
All right, sir.
All right. Okay, we got to take a break in a minute, but Lake, I want to ask you, do you still there? I don't have any. I'm just curious.
I did hair for 20 years. It's my passion. It's been my baby. I do hair more so for charity now. So I have a group of people that I do, and cancer survivors. I go in, I cut their hair, I go to their homes, and I do it for free.
There you go. Okay. That's beautiful. Well, I want to thank you so much for being a part of this show.
Thank you.
And maybe we can have you back again. If I get an income tax check this year, I will be calling you. I haven't got one since like 1990, so excuse me. I wouldn't know what to do with an income tax check. So. But thank you again so very much, and especially for taking time out of your California trip to talk to us.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure, and I would definitely love the opportunity next time. And for anybody that needs any type of help when it comes to credit repair, please go to lakebydesign@gmail, 937-242-5292. Thank you so much.
And just so you know, I'm going to have you back on the show in March to chastise all those people that blew their money on at the casino and raggedy cars. Thank you so much again, Lake.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break and listen to a song or two, and we'll be right back.
Sure.
You're listening to Elevations Radio, your station for uplifting lifestyle and wellness talk radio.
Hi, this is Shanice from Atlanta, Georgia, and I love listening to Elevations Radio.
She called me on the phone asking for you. After all the time you said that you were through. And I'm sorry if you can't stand the truth, but I guess it's over. And now I see that you was running game and you just can't believe that I would give that up and won't love you. You tried to keep it secret, the lies you could not keep it. Now I'm out the door. This is who I am. I'm not the type of girl that wants a man who tries his best to tear down who I am. I'm tired, I'm over you. I gotta do what I gotta do, and I'm not gonna change. Damn all the lies, the questions from my who's, which, where's, and why. You're trying to hold me now, ooh boy, don't cry. You made this bed, so lay in it, just lay in it. Don't call my phone no more, I'm out the door. If you're only caught up girls you dug me for, humiliated me, can't take no more. Respect is earned, not given, and with the way that you've been living, this ends right now. This is who I am.
play me like a dumb, not one trying to mess me about no one. Intellect's not a friend, I'm just one step ahead, I just move you for friend. You think I don't see that you're being sly? I see you running just to steal my shine. You're acting snaky lately, it ain't fine. And did you ever wanna see me rise? You're acting sometimes for the night. Patience is running out of time. Pretty soon I won't give a damn, but seems you'll be fine with that. I go for mine, I got to shine. So I'ma put my hands up in the sky. I go for mine, I got to shine. And you got me wondering, but if this is real love, real love. This is convenient, ain't gonna be here for convenience. This is real love, will change your way, or will you always be this way? Now you wanna call me your bestie, acting real messy, when you don't do this. It's supposed to do. I got rattled that bitches that tell me the real. But really, did you truly have my back on? Or am I just a standby when you need someone? And now you got me doubting this thing goes on. So do we even kinda really care? Oh no. You're acting sometimes the night. Patience is running out of time. Pretty soon I will give it that, but seems you'll be fine with that. I go for mine, I got to shine. So I'ma put my hands up in the skies. I go for mine, I got to shine. You got me wondering, but this is real love, real love. This is convenient, and sometimes ain't gonna be here for convenience. This is real love. If this is real, change your way, or will you always be this way? If this is real, this is real love. This is convenient, it's convenient, ain't gonna be here for convenience. Oh la la la, love will change your way, or will you always be this way?
All right. Welcome back to the Let's Be Real show with Greg Bam Reeves. Again, I am Greg Bam Reeves, along with Bernita Rockman.
Yes.
And you just heard Who I Am by Lene, one of those two. She's a local artist from Cleveland. And after that, we heard Real Love by Asia from New England. Cleveland, New England. I almost rhymed for a minute. So anyway.
From England.
England. Ain't that what I said?
You said New England.
Oh, I did. Oh, okay. My bad. Not New England, the Old England. Old English. She's from Britain. Yeah. So phone lines open at 440-252-0518. That's 440-252-0518. I wanted to ask my co-host a question. If your significant other cheated on you and the person was ugly, would that make a difference?
Yes.
It would?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Explain to me why.
Because this is such a great question. I will never understand when men cheat. You should cheat up, not down. And when y'all cheat, it is the total opposite of what you have at home. Well, I guess that's why sometimes you cheat, because it's something different. But then it's not even she's not even attractive. It's like, come on, you should upgrade. You should never do
Maybe it is upgrade in other ways, not physical beauty.
But we said looks.
Yeah, I said if she was ugly, would that would it make a difference?
It would. And I think vice versa, it makes a difference too, because I think men look at the exact same thing. Well, so from a male's perspective, how would you feel?
Cheating on me, period, is bad.
Well, we know that cheating is bad.
Like for instance, I've had a guy talk about, well, if your woman cheated on you with another woman, no, I'm still upset.
Cheating is cheating.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter to me if they're ugly, look better than me, whatever. You hurt me, period. So for me, looks have absolutely nothing to do with it. I'm thinking.
They say that.
I'm thinking you're cheating because I lack something.
Well, they
say
they do say when women cheat, it's because of something they're not getting at home.
Yeah,
it's more emotional. Versus when men cheat, y'all are just greedy.
Not necessarily.
Not all. I'm not saying all.
I think in those cases where you cheated with somebody less attractive, it's because she probably listens. Is not always in your ear nagging and to me.
Yes.
Now, let me preface this by saying I don't cheat.
No,
I've cheated once in my life, and that was on some get back stuff, and it didn't work. You can't get back at somebody if they don't know you cheated. So that was a waste of time.
Yeah.
It was fun, but it was a waste of time. Well, I'm not a cheater, so I can't really speak to how I can tell you what I know about guys, why they cheat. When they cheat with a person that's less attractive, that person has become a friend.
Right.
Because a lot of times in relationships, and I need to stop because next month is relationship month. We're going to talk about all that, but I like this one. I started, so we got to do it.
Yeah.
But you got a lot of women, and I think personally, some women take advantage of that. Yeah, because when I'm going to cry on her shoulder about you, and she's listening, and she's attentive, and all that, and she pulling me in. I don't even know it. I'm thinking
she knows
I'd rather be in her company than yours, even though you're my woman. I love you. I can talk to her, and she listens, and she ain't mean. And then we have some drinks, and next thing you know.
I always say it gets to that point, and see, I hear men say what you just said because I do. I talk to a lot of men. I have a lot of male friends, and pretty much what they're doing, they're looking for something they're not getting at home anymore.
Yeah.
And sometimes it doesn't even start out with it. The man wanting sex from her. Sometimes it's just that ear that they say their woman is not giving them, and I really stress say. Because sometimes they're not getting it because the woman is not getting what she needs from him.
Exactly.
So the communication is gone from both ends. So instead of him going to her, letting her know what he needs, he chooses to go outside.
Yeah.
And I'm like you, I'm not a cheater, never cheated on anyone ever before.
Yeah.
Never cheated.
And it's
so that's why I say that's an excuse.
Yeah.
It's an excuse.
I think so too. Because there are times where I'm in a relationship and I'm out somewhere and I see a very attractive woman and she's like letting me know, hey, what's up? And I want to mentally, I've cheated mentally, but not physically. I keep it moving. All guys ain't gonna do that.
Right.
A lot of guys
guys won't.
I don't know about most.
I think most. Honestly, I do. Yeah. And I'm not saying this because I've wrestled with the thought of just because you cheat does that make you a bad person. And
I think you made a bad decision.
Just made it, and that's what I said. I just think you made a bad decision. But
so back to the original question, it would bother you more if the woman was unattractive.
Yes, because as women, and it's sad that we are like that. Like you said, first of all, it'll just bother me that you cheated. I don't care if you look better or you look less. But yeah, we want to sit there, and it's sad that we say, you gonna cheat with her? Yeah. That's how we say, like, her? That's the first thing we're thinking. Why I don't? Because we feel like you should upgrade. It's like, if you go outside of me, then she should at least look better than me. Because we're here to think that men are so visual, because y'all are more visual.
We are, definitely we are.
So being that y'all are more visual, it's like, well, what happened with this then?
But the phrase, the word upgrade though, that's a little harsh.
It's sad, but that's being honest.
This woman could have way more money, way more this, way more that. She's just not quite as attractive as you.
And
and he is upgrading.
And that's and you're right.
I
do agree with you
in that sense.
In that sense, but we're thinking, what even attracted him? Because the first thing we do is by sight. You haven't said anything yet. You haven't done anything. So the first thing we're looking, what even attracted you to even approach this woman?
And don't get me wrong, even us fellas will look at other fellas like,
I know.
He cheated on her with her?
I know because I've heard it.
She must got gold down there.
That's the first. So that's why I say men do the exact same thing.
Somebody asked me today, is there such thing as bad stuff? And I'm like, I ain't never had none.
Well,
I don't know what bad is.
There is a such thing as bad, but bad is yeah, it's what's not pleasing to you.
You ain't making it good.
Right.
But yeah, I was just curious because I listened to a competition earlier today, and this woman who got cheated on was talking about how the woman was not quite as... No, actually, she said this woman was attractive. Mm-hmm. The thought just came to my mind, like, what does that make a difference? What if she
because
wasn't?
For us, it's like, okay,
that's more important than the actual relationship.
Because it's like, we always taught that y'all are visual.
Yeah,
we're thinking like, okay, if I see my man and he cheated with his woman, I'm like, well, that is a beautiful woman. I can at least understand what he was attracted to. Because I don't know her yet. She hasn't said anything, but I'm just looking at her. I'm like, well, I can understand she is a beautiful woman.
But if she's not so beautiful.
I'm like, then what the heck was you... I'm like, really? I mean, really?
Would you take him back?
You know, that's even more of a better question. You know,
I'm talking about after you cheated with a not so attractive woman.
Now, this is where I say it doesn't matter if she's attractive or not.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, if my man cheated on me, would I take him back? I used to always say never.
Yeah.
But now that I'm older, would I say never? It depends. It just depends. Who was it with? How many times you deal with it? Yeah, it just depends. But looks don't matter.
Right.
When it comes to taking him back. Looks has nothing to do with it.
I used to struggle with that when I was younger. Like, I could never take her back.
So today...
But now, I'm different today because, first of all, honestly, I haven't had that many women that I call my woman since I've been an adult. And I'm 54 and I've been in like 4 real relationships. Mm-hmm. Relationships. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the last probably 2, yeah, I'd have took them back because everything else was good. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to throw that away over an indiscretion. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm hoping, or I'm going to try to make sure it's not a regular thing.
You're right. That plays a part.
No, I'm not giving you carte blanche to have a side dude.
Right.
No, I'm just saying you fessed up with this one, whatever. That's another thing too. If I caught you, I don't think I could take you back.
So you're saying she would have to admit it?
Yeah. Well,
I'm sorry. She would have to basically. Yeah, she would have to admit
if I found out and you admitted it, I think we worked through that. If I actually caught you in the act, first of all, if you let that happen, you have no respect for me in our relationship. There's no way in the world I should be able to catch you. That means you're either in my house doing it, or if we don't live together, you at your house doing it, knowing I can come over there at any time. So that's like, you just let me know. You could care less about me and our relationship, so I'm good.
So what's the difference of, because to me it's all the same. If you didn't catch it, but she just admitted it, or you heard or whatever, to me she still had no respect for the relationship, whether you caught her or not.
No, if she came out and just admitted it, that means it's bothering her. It was a mistake.
Or maybe it's not bothering. Maybe she's just like, let me tell him before he finds out.
It could be that too.
Maybe she's feeling guilty.
That could be it too, but I'm not going to look at all that.
Okay.
She came to me and she said it. I'm going to accept the fact that she, you know what I mean? And I'm going to at least give it a shot because I'm saying everything else is good. It'll be different if we had ups and downs and back and forths and all that. It ain't worth it. I'll holler.
Okay.
But if everything is good and this just happened.
See, then let me tell you what my issue would be with that. And I agree with that. But if everything was good, then why did you cheat?
No, it was good for me.
Okay.
Obviously, it wasn't for her.
So that means everything is not good.
Yeah, but I'm saying for me, well, see, that's a whole nother, that's a deep conversation. She'd have to explain to me why she did it. And I don't know what she might say, but it could be a former partner, lover, that just reappeared and she got caught up in the moment.
Because, see, my thing is if my man cheated on me, even though I'm good, but you're not good, then my thing is we're not good.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Right.
But I'm saying, if, like, we go back, previous conversation, if I'm lacking something, and she didn't come to me and let me know, she just went out and did that.
Right.
But every other aspect of our relationship was good.
Okay.
And like I said, if it was a one-time thing and You know, there's so many different.
It is. That's what I'm saying. So many
aspects of it.
variations
Yeah.
to it. That's why I said
Yeah.
if someone said, "Would you take them back?" It's a lot involved in that. And I think the biggest thing is, can you trust them again?
Yeah.
That's what everybody has the issue with. You can forgive, but then once you forgive, don't bring it back up again.
Right.
And that's what most don't do.
So all you fellas out there that's listening, I'm not telling you to cheat, but if you do, it better be with somebody that look better than her.
Well, we say you make it
And
worth it.
I ain't talking about her sister. Because there's a blues song I like your sister. It's too much. Phone lines are open at 440-252-0518. That's 440-252-0518. So okay, we didn't got through the cheating thing.
I'm looking forward to next month, though.
I am too.
Yes.
For those of you all just tuning in, January was a focus on finances month, where we're trying to get you together before you get your income tax, so we can spend this money smartly, invest, be an entrepreneur, start your own business, things like that. And I've had guests that can help you along the way. But next month, February, all about relationships. Now, I know what you're thinking. Here's Valentine's Day. No, we're not going to just talk about romantic relationships. That's going to be part of it. But it's also Black History Month. So we're going to talk about how we relate to each other, how brotherhood seems to be disappearing.
Sisterhood.
Yeah. And all this bickering, man versus woman, is getting really out of hand. I love it when I see Black Girl Magic, Black Girls Rock and all that, but a black man saying something and get beat down verbally, y'all, anyway, we're going to get into that next month. So, but yeah, it's going to be a lot more than just romantic relationships. It's going to, how we relate, period, as a people. So I said I wasn't going to do this. Yeah, I lied, and I'm not a liar. But we're bringing back the featured poems, and I want to share one with you all real quick that I wrote, I think. I wrote this one. It's a short one, too. It's a short one. Let me get my poet voice in order. A smile just hit me out of nowhere as an image of you came out of thin air. It wasn't a memory of time in the past or a fantasy of you running barefoot through the grass. It wasn't a projection of the woman you're sure to be or the love in your eyes whenever you look at me. It wasn't you showcasing your style and grace, just an image of you put this smile on my face.
I like that.
I am the Roet because I write romantic poetry. Actually, I write roetry, romantic poetry. And that was just a small little... Actually, I posted this on Facebook, and I found it the other day. I liked it. Another thing, talking about next month, I got one I can't wait to share next month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite poet?
Langston Hughes.
Okay.
Langston Hughes first, Countee Collins second.
Okay.
And Edgar Allan Poe, which is weird.
No.
When I was in the studio with the OJs, the guy said that my writing was like Langston Hughes and Edgar Allan Poe. I didn't even know Edgar Allan Poe wrote poetry. But when he said that, I think back then I had to go to the library. I don't think I could Google yet.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, because this was the 90s. So, yeah, I went and looked up, and Edgar Allan Poe, his style was very, very similar to Langston Hughes.
Okay.
And I had no idea this man wrote poetry. Okay. All I knew was, okay, I'm about to embarrass myself. Did he write A Tale of Two Cities? Who was that? Who wrote A Tale of Two Cities?
See, you gotta make it.
Whatever. Hey, look, I've been out of high school 40 years, so I can't remember that stuff. I remember I had to read some Edgar Allan Poe, and I had no idea he wrote poetry, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Who was your favorite?
Maya Angelou and Nikki Giovanni.
Nikki Giovanni, I love. Sonia Sanchez, I love. It took me a while to get into Maya Angelou.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. Charles Dickens.
Charles Dickens. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And let me tell you, I said
Edgar Allan Poe wrote something that The Raven. I don't know. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I got to see when Maya Angelou I'm happy I got to see her while she was still alive. She came to Cleveland. It's just something about her poise, her grace.
Yeah.
And then her and Oprah, my mentor, they were just great friends.
Yeah.
Got to see Nikki Giovanni when she came here, but I don't know.
I've read Maya Angelou's books that were kind of autobiographical.
Yeah.
I Know Why the Cage Bird Sing, Singing and Swinging and whatever, and that's when I got a better appreciation of her poetry. Because at first I was like,
it's unique. It's a unique style.
It didn't like flow to me unless she's saying it.
Yeah.
If she says it,
she has
it flows.
Right.
Like I love the poem she did in Medea's Family Reunion. That in and out, in and out, in and out of time. I was like, "Ooh, girl, you better stop it." But as I got older and I learned to appreciate her more. I remember it was like a public access channel, but it was regular TV because we didn't have cable yet. But it was a show called Soul Searchers or Soul Searching. It was in black and white.
Okay.
That was the first time I seen Nikki Giovanni, and I immediately fell in love.
I love her.
And Sonia Sanchez. Okay. They were both on there. So yeah.
Okay.
So we got to get out of here.
Well, that was good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
I want to thank Lake again very much, Lake Gibson, and her credit repair, life insurance, financial stuff that she does.
No, that was great information. A lot of good information.
I hope you're enjoying yourself out there in LA, even though I'm still jealous. That's okay. Summer gonna come back again.
I'm not too jealous from them out there because them mudslides was no joke out there.
That's true.
So honestly, I'm not jealous with that.
Every time I see fires or mudslides in California, I get paranoid because my baby's out there.
Yeah, so I still pray for them.
I think I'm always thinking she's safe because she's in downtown LA. Like they ain't gonna let nothing happen downtown. They ain't got no control over no mudslides and fires. And
see what happened when I said if Oprah's property got come on.
Yeah. So thank you again, Lake. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you.
And like I always say, develop a hunger for knowledge and feed it. Pick up a book and read it. Set a goal and see it through. And always, always believe in you. Love and peace, fam.
All right, peace.
The limo's full up and everybody's waiting anxiously. The couple's lined up in the lobby to be received. The DJ calls the name and two by two they walk through the door. But the last name he calls is getting the loudest applause. The vows have been said, and pictures taken to remember this day. Oh yeah, it's time to break bread and get ready to dance the night away. So everybody raise their glass, a toast to the bride and groom. The song is dedicated to you and everything that you